Hello everyone, this is Venugopal. Today we'll see in this video two-dimensional array which is called as matrix, or you can also say this as a multi-dimensional array in Java. In my previous video, we have already discussed about the one-dimensional array. Now here we'll see how to declare and use the two-dimensional array, or you can say that it's a multi-dimensional array. So basically this two-dimensional array will require whenever we want a data to be accessed in the form of rows and columns, right? And this is also based on index. Okay, I'll tell you how to access that. So first of all, we'll see the syntax of declaring multi-dimensional array. See, multi-dimensional array and two-dimensional array both are same. Okay, because more than one dimension is also called as multi-dimensional array. So the syntax is very simple. Data type, instead of one square bracket, here we have to use two square brackets, because one square bracket is for row, another square bracket is for column, and followed by identifier. Identifier means what? Simply a name given to a token for anything. It may be a array, it may be a keyword, it may be a class, right? So the name is given to the token is called as a identifier. So this is one way to declare, or else you can write like this also, data type, then immediately followed by square brackets, and this term identifier is little bit away from that square bracket. So this is also valid syntax. And the last one you can declare like this also, data type, first identifier spellings, no issue, okay, and square brackets. This is the third syntaxes. This is the way how you are going to declare the multi-dimensional, or you can say a two-dimensional array. Okay, so whenever I'm talking about two-dimensional array, let us have one picture of two-dimensional array. So this is in the form of matrix. We know that matrix in mathematics, it is the combination of rows and column. This particular horizontal is called as rows. This indicates rows, and this vertical sector represents, this one represents a columns. I'm trying to put it in a pictorial form for better understanding. Columns. So initially, as we have discussed in the array, that the index values always are begin with the 0. So if I'll talk about this rows, the first row will be named as 0th index, and after that second one is 1, and the third one is 2. Similarly, the columns are also like 0 column means that is the first column, 1 column that means second column, and second means third column. This matrix is basically what is the dimension? 3 by 3. The matrix dimension, if we say 3 by 3, 3 rows and 3 columns. Okay, so that is the reason why we have here taken the two square brackets. One square bracket represents the rows, another square bracket represents the columns. So this is what, how to declare. Now how to instantiate. Okay, so to instantiate, I'll take the example. To instantiate 2D array, I'll take like 2D array. Don't get confused in 2D array and multi-dimensional array. Okay, now I'll directly write like int. For example, I'm declaring a multi-dimensional array or two-dimensional array of data type of what? Integer. The name of array, for example, mat, that is mat means matrix. Now we know that how to instantiate by using the new operator. Then again the data type, and here we need to give the size of the matrix. Okay, so what is the size of the matrix? In my example, that is 3 rows it contains and 3 columns. Just I'm taking this reference of this matrix. Okay, so this is what, how to instantiate the two-dimensional or multi-dimensional array, and this is the way how you are going to declare. As we know that in one-dimensional array also we have 3 steps. already discussed. If you don't know, then please go and watch the one-dimensional array. The first step is what? Declaration. Second step is instantiation. Third step is initialization. Okay, so we have done with the first one, then we have done with the second one, and to initialize this three-dimensional array, I'll take like just follow the instantiation. What is initialization? Sorry, initialization. Okay, so to initialization, what is the name of my matrix? That is mat array. Okay, now I want to store the first value in the first box. Okay, so how you're going to take, if I want to represent the first box, you have to take like mat of 0 and mat of 0. Means 0 row, 0 column, I want to place this 10 value. Second value, mat of, right, 0th row, because the row will remain same, but the column will change, that is 1 equals to 20. Similarly, for the third row, 0th row, because we know that, right, the row will be same, and first row is referred by 0, and the column is 2 equals to 30. These 3 lines indicates, right, these 3 rows will be filled. For example, if I'll put the value inside this, like in the 0th 0, right, in the first value, the value will be placed as 10. After that, the value will be as 20, and the third one, the value is placed as 30. So 0th row means first row is finished. Now I want to enter the value in the second row. Now how to refer the second row here? To refer the second row, mat of, right, the row will be changed now. Now the row will be 1, but the column will be 0. Then again value will be like 40. Then mat of 1 comma 1 equals to 50. Mat is the name of my array. 1 and 2, that is the last column, that is 60. So first row, this is the first row, and all 3 columns. Okay, the value will be placed how? Like 40, then 50, and the last one is 60. So this is a way how you are going to initialize the given multidimensional array, right? So we will quickly see how to declare, how to instantiate, and how to execute this multidimensional array. We will be having one more syntax, just we did for the one dimensional array. That is, in one line also I can initialize the value. Int, suppose I'm taking a variable array name as a equals to, I can directly put the values like this also, not square bracket, will take like curly braces only if you want to initialize directly. Where is that? Oh, sorry, double quotes, and again, fine. Now, for example, I'm declaring like 1, 10, comma 20, comma 30. You can do that. Then comma. That means this entire 10, 20, 30, right? It's treated like your first row here. Okay. For the second row, what I'll take again curly braces, and I'll put like 40, 50, and 60. And this is for second row. So table structure will be exactly like above. And here in the one line, right, we are doing all the 3 steps like declaring, instantiation, and initializing. Okay, so we'll quickly see the practical demo for 2-dimensional array that is called as a matrix. So for that, I'll open that Eclipse. This is the program that I've taken for the 1-dimensional array. In the same package, I'll create one more class, and I'll give that class as a demo 2D, sorry, 2D or 2D array. I want main method. I'll click that. on the main, and we have opened with the new one. This is for the previous outputs. I'll close this. Now, first step is to declare array. So I'm declaring two-dimensional array. That is the reason why I'm taking the two-dimension here. And suppose I'm taking a mat, that is a matrix, new int. The size of the matrix will be like 3 rows and 3 columns. This is called the declarations, right? And instantiations. I've did both here. And suppose if I want to assign the values, I can assign like mat of 0, 0, right, equals to 10, semicolon. I'll copy this, Control C, Control V, Control V, Control V. Suppose this is what 0th row, and we know that this is the first value. Value will be 20, then this will be 30, and second row, third row. This means one row is finished. After that, I'm changing the row. That is 1, 0. This is 40. I'll copy this, Control C, Control V, Control V. 1, 1, and 1, 2. Values will be, this is 50, this is 60. One more row. Right? So I'll take Control V, Control V, Control V. And the row will be changed again, right? This will be 2, 0, that is 70. This would be 80. This would be 2, 1. And this would be 2, 2. Second row and second column is last one. That is third row and third column. Sorry, this is 90. So we initialize all the values. This step is declaration and instantiation. Declaring and instantiating. Okay, and these steps, these onwards, we are initializing two-dimensional array. Now we need to print these all values. We need to print this all values. How to print that? Already we have seen the 3 approaches. So obviously we'll not go with the first approaches in one-dimensional array, as the values are more. So better we'll go for each loop. We talked about for each or for loop is also better for multi-dimensional array. So what I'll do here, I require 2 loops. One loop is for rows and one loop is for columns. So first of all, I'll take like int I equal to, as we know that indexes start with a 0, and I less than, we know the rows now here, that is 3 and I plus plus. Inside this, I'll take one more loop for column. So I'll refer this column as a j equal to 0 and j less than 3 and j plus plus. This row is, this for loop is for rows and this for loop is for columns. Inside this, I want to print the data. How to print the data? Simply, what is the name of array? It's a mat, row and column. So row is referred by what? I, and column is referred by what? J. Then I want to give some space. So plus is a concatenation operator, and I'll give some space to print the data properly. After printing the zeroth row and all 3 columns, what I want, if you'll see the structure, after printing this first row, if you carefully observe the first row is represented by what? 0 index. After printing all the for 0th row and all columns, I want the next line. Means once the loop will be completed for the columns, I want to shift the line to the next line, okay, or next row. So for that, what I'll do, after completing of this inside loop, inner loop, we'll print one more line here. It's for just new line. See, we are doing formatting, nothing else, right? That's it. It will print all the data in the form of matrix now. For that, we'll check it out by just clicking run as Java application. You will find out the values, that is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, but the output is not printing for the next line. Why so? J++. Okay. When it comes out, system.out.println, it should leave next line. 10 space. It should print the value and it should leave the space. Once again, I will execute. It should print in the form of matrix. What happened? Let me check. Oh, actually, what happened here? Println line is itself giving after every print, it will give a next line. That is the reason why after printing this first value, it is immediately shifting to the next line. Okay, so print method we have to use. It is little bit, we should be very careful while printing the data in the format of matrix. Print line itself leave the next line once it prints the one statement. That is the reason why it is not printing in that particular format. So if I execute this now, see, it's printing now 10. Now it is not going to the next line. Okay, because I've used the print method. That is what the difference between print and println. Println means immediately after printing that statement, it will immediately shift the cursor to the next line. But print method will not shift the cursor to the next line. Okay, so this is how you are going to print the data in the format of matrix. So in the next program, next video, we will discuss about addition of two matrices. One more thing before leaving that, this is one way of initialization. I told you about that. For example, if I want to initialize the matrix at the time of declaration and instantiation. For example, for that purpose, what I'll do, I'll comment this. Let me comment this. And I'll declare one more times the same name of array only, int. This time mat equals to, I can directly assign values. Like the values I will change this time now. For example, 90, 80, 70. This is first row, comma. Second row I want like 60, 50, 40. And the last row I want like 30, 20, and 10. This is the another way, another approach to declare and instantiate and initialize the given array. Let me check. Okay, I'll comment this. Multiple initialization is not allowed. If I execute this, now you will get the different output. You just observe this output now and check the output after executing. The output is changed. So this is another way of initializing, declaring, and instantiating the multidimensional array. In the next video, we will come up with some operations on the matrix. Till then, bye bye.